Grab large wooden dowels, plastic and wood cutting boards, and battery-operated candles from the dollar store. Fully coat 4 wooden dowels in black chalk paint. Attach command strips to one side of the wooden cutting board. Roll the candle inside the plastic cutting boards and mark the end point. Cut off the excess plastic board, then use glue to attach the plastic board around it. Apply packaging tape to reinforce and secure it further. Adhere the rolled up plastic candle to the wood cutting board. Attach one painted wooden dowel to the lower half of the board. Then attach another wooden dowel to the upper half of the board. Now you can mount this to the wall. I hope this inspires you to create your own wooden wall sconces to easily and affordably upgrade your space. Grab 2 bamboo cutting boards from the Dollar Tree. Grab 4 glass jars. Grab 2 napkin holders. Add some strong adhesive glue to the 2 metal bars on the bottom of the napkin holder and adhere it to the center of the bamboo cutting board. And follow this exact process on another cutting board. Then add some more strong adhesive glue and then adhere the glass jars on each side. Allow everything to set and dry overnight and add some wall adhesive strips to the back of the cutting board. And add a battery operated candle, and I hope this inspires you to use materials from the Dollar Tree to create some modern faux sconce lighting for your wall.
Did you know those natural fiber placemats you can find at so many home stores can be used for more than just your dining room table? And I'm going to take my mats and I'm going to adhere the adhesive hangers to the back. Then we're going to turn them over. And once our glue gun is heated, we're going to use it to attach the mirrors to the front of the placemats. You're going to attach those mirrors to the center of your placemat or placemats, depending on however many you're using, and then let them cool. Second, you're going to grab some test tubes. I decided to use 3 test tubes, so I did use hot glue to adhere these as well. I have also seen it done with a little fishing line that is drawn around it and tied to the back, but my test tubes didn't have any kind of a lip, so I went ahead and used hot glue. Once you have marked your spot for all of your mats, go ahead and remove the paper layer and press that back adhesive to your wall. You want to use a firm pressure to make sure that it really sticks. Once they're attached, fill your little test tubes with water. Add a few seasonal flowers. We still had some zinnias left in the garden, and voila, you have some new wall decor that literally took 20 minutes to make. What a win.
The first thing I'm going to do is take the lid off a coffee can, draw around it, and then using a craft knife, cut it out. And here is what I've got. And I also have used the black as well, and I've got a black circle too. So I'm going to be working on the black circle first because I'm going for a gold and black colour theme. So the first thing I want to do is cut one edge flat. And so using a straight edge and craft knife, I have sliced through so that we now have a flat bottom on this circle. Now I'm going to decorate it. I'm working on the black, as I said, and I'm using a stencil, and I'm going to use some gold acrylic paint that I've got here on my palette, and I will stencil all over it with a small stencil brush, and it will look like that. So now we have what is the front of a vase. This is the vase that is going to be on our wall sconce. Now we're going to stick a container on the back of the vase, and I am using an empty Elmer's glue bottle. I'm using this because it's slim, it's not round, and that's just the shape I want, because you don't want this to have too much depth. And I'm going to use, this is Aleene's tacky glue, and you probably could use Elmer's, but I think this is just a bit more sticky, and I think it just sticks faster. So putting quite a bit of glue all over the back and on the back of the vase, making sure that the bottom of the container is flush with your flat part of your circle. and hold it in place and then leave that to dry. Now, it's important when you're doing this, the container that you use, which is what we're going to put flowers in, will determine the size of your circle. So that's what you have to look at first. You have to determine that and then cut your circle just a little bit bigger so that that is hidden when you look at it from the front. Okay, this is nearly dry. It's firm enough that I can pick it up by the glue bottle, and as you can see, it now stands. The glue bottle is now helping it to stand up, and if you look at it from the front, you won't be able to see the glue bottle. But I'm going to just cover this because I don't like the way it looks. So I'm going to take a piece of kitchen roll, paper towel, and I'm going to put glue all over it, and I'm just going to stick it all over the back. Take the paper towel and just spread it over, tuck it in the sides, and then I'm going to leave that to dry, and when it's dry I'm going to give it a coat of black paint. Okay, I've painted the back of it now, and while I'm leaving that to dry, I'm now going to make a shelf for the little vase to sit on, and I just use regular black artist acrylic paint. Okay, so now I'm going to take my other circle, which just happens to be white. I could have used black, but I already had this. So taking 1/2 of it, I've got a piece of paper that measures across the circle. I'm going to put that like that because I also want to make a measure of how far down it goes. So that this is so that we get the dimensions right. So that's where it goes. And fold it in half. And starting about 3/4 of an inch in from the edge, and I've got my fold in the middle, I'm going to draw a kind of curly shape. And I'm going to end on that mark. Okay, and then using a pair of scissors, I'm going to cut this out, and that is going to be the bottom half of our wall sconce. Okay, so I'm going to put it on the half circle and draw around it. If you think you're clever enough that you could do something that's symmetrical, you could just go straight ahead and draw on the foam board. But whenever I've tried it, it just comes out completely cockeyed. Here is my piece cut out. Now there will be a good side and a bad side of this. I like to kind of trim away the back side. So this is my good side, I've marked it top. Here is the good side of my shelf. So now what we're going to do, that's the bottom, this is the top. Going to stick that to that. And to do that, I'm using some more Aleene's glue and centering it, just eyeballing it, centering it, stick the top shelf to the part that will go against the wall. I've cut out a little right angle triangle using the corner of the sheet and just slicing it diagonally, and that I'm going to stick there as though it's a support. And then I'm going to leave that to dry, and then I will paint it. And here is my finished wall sconce, complete with flowers. And because it has a plastic pot behind it, you could also put fresh flowers in it too. A completely different way to display your flowers.